home
Oh,
life
yeah.
is out of control. So I'll just stay at the office and keep my head down. And I mean, honestly, we've talked about it. That is actually one of the terrible detrimentals is long-term, that long-term coping mechanism where you just stay at work leads to affairs, right? I mean,
Yep.
it just destroys marriages because you get further and further apart. And then you go home and your spouse gets mad at you for being at work.
Mm-hmm. And the reality is what she needs from you as her husband, as her provider, as the one out doing what she needed from me this last week wasn't for me to disconnect from her. It was actually the opposite, but it required me to be super conscious about it. Right? I couldn't just get pissed off, be a little diaper baby, I like to call it, and just throw a tantrum and just be like, well, you're not being right. Because obviously if she's in that spot and she's dealing with her own emotions, trying to process through this intense thing she's doing, that obviously is leading to lack of sex. Right. Yeah. So then I start to get sexually frustrated. And then I'm like, what? And then if I allow that to fester in my head, even you and I jumping on this podcast today, I'm going to be half of who I should be. I'm going to be bringing all that bullshit with me. Like, and we know this to be true when we talk about our employees, right? About an employee.
But we think it's all different for us. And,
yes.
And that's what's so crazy about it is I don't know anybody who would argue with me and say an employee going through a divorce or some other major life crisis event is operating at their top game. Nobody's going to argue that to their boss. And yet we think so often, but I can just bury my head in the sand. I can stay focused for 8 hours and it has no impact on me. And
somehow I'm a unicorn.
Right.
That's literally, we think we're just better. We're better than everybody else, which is such an interesting thought.